How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the session overview for Guardian Angel. I know I said mix breakdown at the start of the last one, but we're going to take a quick little look at Guardian Angel, just kind of go over all the individual little things that we have going on here. One of the more stripped back tracks on the album overall. Obviously, like, not really very many layers. I do like my layered production, but this is very not layered. And of course, it starts with this. So that entire thing was just completely improvised. I just hit record and Johnathen played it, and I tried to find, like, as a result of it being, so shall we say, improvised, it's not to any specific tempo. So I made the executive decision to try and find a tempo and some subdivision for which could get us into the main tempo of the track, which for the entirety of the song is 165 BPM. And I found out that just the default tempo gives us quarter notes in the new tempo. Well, it's actually more like half notes, but even so. It's a little bit slower, but you don't even notice. It's a really good count-in, and I think it works really, really well. Anyway, Johnathen had the idea to have the classical guitar fade in at this point, and I thought it was a really good idea. And then we come to the drum groove here, or I guess the percussion groove that I wrote. This groove was written using Easy Drummer 2, specifically the Latin Percussion EasyX, because I had just bought it, and this song gives me a very, like kind of Hispanic, like Latin kind of aesthetic to it. And so I spent a lot of time trying to come up with how exactly I want to do this, and for the entire intro of this, it's just the cajon and then a shaker. That's all it is for a little bit. When we get into the verse, we add in a tambourine on every second every second backbeat. And then we have this fun little intro to the chorus here. And then this thing was me using my knowledge from being in college and how one of, like, my oral skills class had us going through a lot of Gahoo kind of drum groove stuff. So I tried my best. I cannot tell you where all the layers are for this, but I tried my best to emulate that as much as I could. It's pretty cool. And then it strips back when the drums, the main drum groove comes in, which is, this one is done with Tune Track Superior Drummer. Just a preset. It's called Small Pearl. I don't think I changed anything about it, and I just added a master compressor to it, and this was the sound that I got. It's not very strong, but it didn't really need to be for this song, in all honesty. And then underneath all of this, we have this classical guitar part. Okay, I don't know if you heard it there, and honestly, you probably aren't listening for anything, so I'm going to warn you in advance. I'm going to potentially ruin your enjoyment of this song with what I'm about to say. So if you don't want me to ruin your enjoyment of the song, skip ahead to the following time code, and all should be well. So there is a metronome that is very distinctly obvious in the guitar loop here. It's just a little 8-bar phrase that I just looped for basically the entire track. And here's the thing. Apparently, I had Johnathen do this with headphones on because he played it. And apparently we have the headphones too loud, because if you listen closely... you can hear it best during this F chord here at the end. That right there. Yeah, you can very clearly hear it there, and it's in the final track. We didn't take it out, and I told Johnathen no one will ever notice until I told you. So take that for what you will. That loop just goes on for the entire track, and then there's this bass, which I believe was my Squire jazz bass, which I just hold out on these notes. A little bit of fun with the a little bit of fun with notes, and me also not playing it very well. That's back to here, and I think I just improv'd all that. A little fun fact, the tempo drops by 5 BPM. Most people don't even notice that. 5 BPM at this kind of speed is not really noticeable. Yeah, and then when the verse happens here again, I got this rotary wacko thing that I created, which is, it's just a rotary vibrato effect that I came up with. And this part was tracked on an Epiphone Les Paul that my sister bought that she's letting me use for some stuff. Signature artist of, or signature guitar on the Epiphone line of her favorite band's lead member, and I just played it on this because I thought it worked. And then I don't actually remember there being two parts there, in all honesty, but I really love this part in the chorus. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a sick chord at the end. That's freaking sick. And then this is going on top of it. I don't remember all that, honestly, but here's the two together. That's so sweet. And then in the ending here, we have a little bit of fun with more guitars. I forget what guitar this was. Sounds like neck pickup on a single coil. And then have a gained rhythm guitar. This was on the Epiphone. And then this was something Johnathen had been messing with a lot. He suggested we put it in the ending, and I thought it was a good idea, so we added it. And I didn't play it very well, but then we harmonized it. It's pretty cool. And kind of it. Aside from the solo, I guess. The solo here is just me improvising to the best of my abilities. Like I said, to the best of my abilities. That's kind of it to speak of there. And then we got the vocals. So for starters, there's no delay on these vocals at all. And then Johnathen just kind of improvised here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That one was punched in at the very end. Pretty cool. Then we have his main vocal take. I don't remember doing a lot of tuning to this, but there's one specific aspect about it that I kind of regret, which we'll get to in a second.
Down the street one time,
This is really great vocal delivery.
when this woman stepped into my line of sight.
I think I did, in fact, do a little bit of tuning, but
Glorious.
there's one thing that I regret about this, and it's as follows. If I go to the actual tuning that I used for this, you'll note that his vocal take is very distinctly on the D sharp there. What I should have done is more like that, closer to E. I wanted it to be halfway in between.
Glorious in my name. Now I watch my family live a life without me. I watch the lives.
Cause like, I was kind of going for this blue note kind of thing, like this weird like minor like flat 5 over the root, and it's cool, but like having it be exactly on E flat is not really what it needed.
Glorious in my name.
And I kind of regret that, in all honesty, but whatever. What can you do? In terms of layers, we have him doing these guys.
Glorious in my name.
Same crap.
Now I watch my
Same crap as last time, just like 50% tuning, pretty on the notes. Then of course the lower octave.
glorious in my name.
Very, very heavy tuning on that one. And then in the outro, we have this guy.
We are all washed out for by guardian angels, by guardian angels.
Then we just loop it. It's the same part. It's the same part 4 times. And then we have this choir, which I really wish we had the ability to tune. Very distinctly hear me. It was my idea, kind of harkens to Signals, but like I honestly don't think I don't think that fits that well, because like I wanted to create these 2 anthemic parts, but like I do think that there is something missing when you don't have it, but I don't think that is what it needed. Anyway, with that said, there's not really a lot to talk about for this particular track. If I remember correctly, I did fairly light mastering. Never mind. Ignore me. The mastering's pretty much exactly the same as it is for every other track. So there's really nothing else that I can say about this track. It is what it is. It's definitely not the most complicated track on the album, but it has some really cool stuff that's That's very interesting. Like these whack guitars, I love how this sounds. I love it, especially in full context.
Glory is in my name. Now I watch my family live a life without me. I watch the lights end as quickly as it can. I wish they could see what I can see.
I love that so much, and you don't even notice how awkward it is. If you're curious as to what's on the ending here, nothing. So it's just, if I held it out, it would have been great, but like, you know, whatever. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Guardian Angel. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the song. It's a really, really good song. I have it on good faith from Johnathen that he kind of wants to change the vocals on this, but you know, whatever. We'll probably get to that when he gets back, but regardless, this song is really, really fun, one of my personal favorites, and yeah. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.